Okay, welcome to your welcome video for Team Freedom Squad coaching. Congrats on becoming a coach. I just want to make sure that you understand how incredible it is that you took this plunge, whether it's something you've been thinking about for a while or you just did like, hey, let's do this thing. I'm just really excited to have you here. By the way, my name is Lauren Jennings. If you don't know who I am, I might not be your personally sponsored coach. It might be somebody else on the team, but we all use these same trainings and the same knowledge, share everything together. So I'm so glad that you are here. This first video and really the next series of videos that you'll get into after this for your Coach Quick Start, really want to keep it short and sweet to the point. There is a lot of information for you that you can take in, but we can also keep it really simple right off the bat to help you just take action, get started, so that you're not sitting there thinking like, oh, I need to learn all of this first. You can't. Like, I've been in this for 2 years now as like a serious working coach. I'm still learning every single day. And I think that's the beauty of this business. Like, it's never just one thing, one size fits all. Like, you can constantly learn and evolve depending on who you are as a person and what your goals are, what your focus is with this coaching business. So if you are the type A perfectionist that I was when I started thinking, well, I want to learn before I jump in. No, the best way to learn is to jump in. You might be scared, you might be unsure of things, but in this first video here, we're going to talk about what I think is the most important part of coaching, and that is belief in yourself and having a vision. It's not the workouts. It's not, being the best at social media. It's not being the best, leader and all that very important stuff. But if you don't believe in yourself, you won't go anywhere, no matter what kind of trainings you go through or things that you learn. You've got to have a sense of belief in yourself that you are capable, you are worthy of this, and that, the business can work for you if you put in the work. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. You probably know that already. It does take hard work. The tasks are simple, but it's hard in the fact that it's going to make you get uncomfortable. But that's what life is all about. Like, if you're not getting uncomfortable, you're not growing. And if you're not growing, you're taking steps back. So you have a decision right now. You have a choice right now to either say, you know what, I don't know what the heck I'm about to get myself into, but I'm just going to try. I'm going to show up every day. I'm going to do things that my coach, that the team tells me to do, because I know it's going to move me forward. Even if it makes me scared out of my mind, I know that I will become a more confident person by doing those scary things. And eventually that confidence is going to start to build every single time you do one little tiny thing that's scary. You put that in your confidence bucket, and eventually you're going to have this overflowing pile of confidence to share with the world. And the biggest thing, this is kind of a phrase that I came up recently for our team, but did you die? So if you're scared to do something, you go and do it. And then you sit there and you're like, okay, I didn't die, did I? No, the world didn't end, even though I was scared shitless of, what might have happened, what people were going to think of me. Was I going to do it wrong? Was I going to fail? Blah, blah, blah. All of those, worries, fear, all those fears. Think about this really quick. The word fear, false evidence appearing real. So every fear that you have is probably just something that you've made up in your head, right? Every single coach has them. Like, even the top coaches still have fears, because guess what? They are humans. It is human nature to be worried about what people are going to think of you. Are you going to fail? Are you, going to be good at this? Are you enough for this? Like, it is human nature to think those things. So later on in another video, we'll talk about personal development and getting your mind right. But I just want you to understand right now that being scared is normal. The top successful coaches are no different than you. They had those same fears. They just decided to work through them. So if you can make that commitment to yourself right now to work through the fear and not let fears hold you back, you'll do incredible. All right? You're here to live your best life. I hope that if there's anything you learn through coaching, it's that life is to be lived for you and not based off of the opinions of others. And you hear those, those phrases all the time. Well, are they paying your bills? No, like, so do your own thing. I don't like that, because I just think it should be more simple than that. Like, you should be able to be you unapologetically without fear of what other people are going to think of you. People are going to judge you no matter what you do. Like you could go out and be a teacher and, somebody in your family could say, oh, well, she isn't a doctor like the other sibling, so she's not good enough. Or you could go be a doctor and somebody would say, she spends way too much time in her career and not enough time on a family. Or you could go back to school and somebody saying, why did she take so long to get through school? Or you could not go to college and somebody could say, oh, well, she's lazy because she didn't go to school. So no matter what you do, people are going to have shit to say about you. It's your life. You are not living it for other people. All right. So with that being said, when you can just genuinely and unapologetically be yourself, see, you don't have to be a professional, you're going to attract your people. And that's the biggest thing. That is the most rewarding part of this. That is when you start to think like, oh my gosh, I can really do this. You're going to get your first messages of, thank you for changing my life. Thank you for helping me get into this. Thank you for not giving up on me. And sitting here today, right now, you might think, nobody's going to say that to me. Just wait. Just wait. If you were changed by Beachbody, if you were positively affected by Beachbody, you can pay that forward. You can make the ripple effect keep going and do that for other people. Because in the next video, really your first training, we're going to talk about, what your job as a coach is. But with that being said, believe in yourself, okay? I believe in you. If I'm not your PS coach or your sponsoring coach, obviously your upline believes in you or they wouldn't have invited you to this opportunity. And you already have some sort of belief in yourself or you wouldn't have said yes to this, right? So with that being said, talking about your vision to finish up here, why did you sign up to be a coach? And you might want to get out some pen and paper right now. Like, what were your initial thoughts when you're like, I think I'm going to do this. Maybe it was something super small. Like, I just want a discount on my Shakeology. That's great, guys. Like, if you signed up just for the discount, you're still an incredible part of this team. And a lot of discount coaches end up working the business later on. No pressure. You could have signed up for that. You could have said, you know what? I just want to help people because I have people asking me how I'm losing weight and I feel really good and I want them to feel this good. You just want to pay it forward. That's awesome. Maybe you think, well, I could use a little extra income to help pay for my cell phone bill and my groceries every single month. Like, how freeing would that feel if you could do that? Or maybe you do have a bigger vision for yourself. You're like, I hate my job. I'm miserable in my job and I want to quit and have complete time and financial freedom for myself. There's potential for that too. I didn't even know there was potential for that when I signed up as a coach. So it's kind of cool to see like where I started as, oh, this is just for fun. And now I'm like, oh, let's build a 6-figure business. So anywhere in between there, your vision, that's your vision for yourself, right? That's kind of like what you see yourself doing with this. You need to hold on to that. That's why I'm telling you to write it down right now and read it every single day. Even if it's just on a sticky note and you put it like on your bathroom mirror, or if you have an office space for your business, you put it, right by your laptop or just somewhere that you're going to see it every single day so that you can always think back to why you started. So on the days when it gets hard, when you're feeling discouraged, when you're feeling defeated and you question like, do I really want to keep doing this? Whatever, you look at that and you're like, that was why I started. That was why I started doing this. So don't ever give up on that. And I just want you to focus on being here in a year. That vision that you have might change, it might grow, it might shrink, it's going to evolve in some form or fashion. That's good. Like you're a human, you're not a tree, you're not supposed to stay in one spot. So that vision might change, that's cool. But I want you to want to be here in a year. I want you to fall in love with the process of becoming the best version of yourself, of showing up every single day, even through the hard times. So even when shit gets rough, in other areas of life, you're not like, oh, I need to pull back on coaching until I solve this issue, until I deal with this. No, use coaching as your outlet. Someone might need to hear your story. If you're going through anxiety, depression, changes at work, a breakup, you're moving across country, don't give up on coaching because other stuff isn't going the way you want it to. Use coaching to help you get through that stuff and continue to share your story. I'm getting ahead of myself. This will be in the next training, but, and you just want to be here in a year because that is the biggest part. Becoming part of this tribe, of this community can change your life if you let it. Whether you remain a discount coach or you work your way up to a 6-figure business. anywhere in between, I just want you to be here in a year. We want you to be here in a year. And so I know that you are going to have hard days, hard weeks, hell, even hard months. And during that time, we'll talk about personal development later on, but lean into the team, you guys. We're not here just to give you trainings and just to say like, hey, are you hitting your goals? Are you, making money this month, blah, blah, blah. Like that's great stuff. But we're here to be your friend. We're here to be your family. So we have our Facebook team page that either I've added you in or your upline added you in. It is called Freedom Squad Coaches. We do daily posts in there, stay up to date on announcements, stuff that we're doing as a team. So plug in there as often as you can. Sorry, I'm reading my notes over here. That's how professional and organized I am. We do a weekly team call. As of right now, it is on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Central Time. Okay, so if you're in a different time zone, make sure you take that into account. You need to create a Zoom account for that. Go to zoom.us or download the Zoom app on your phone, create a free account. And that is probably my number one thing that you need to prioritize every single Tuesday. Get on the team call when we're doing it live. We post recordings, but there is something so powerful about getting on live and not only like sharing tips, ideas, trainings, but just being there connected with everybody, because this business can get lonely. If you don't have local coaches or teammates around you, you're like, everybody's so far away, like I'm not actually connected with somebody. Get on a team call. It'll change your perspective and you will feel loads better about yourself. And then you will, as a coach, if you are my personally sponsored coach, you'll have my number so you can text me when you're struggling. I'm not the type that wants to hear negative like every single day. Oh, I suck. I do this, blah, blah, blah. That's our team culture. But don't be afraid to reach out to me or your upline if you're just straight up struggling. Like, we're all human. We all have it. I vent to Sam and to Lainey and Brooklyn all the time. They give me the pep that I need, and I turn around and I keep moving forward. And I do the same for them, and I do the same for you. We're all here for one another. So don't be afraid to post in the team page and be like, yo, I'm having a hard time with my energy lately. Like, what can you guys give me? I need some help. And then lastly, live events, getting to events in person. These can change your life. And I'm not going to ramble on about it forever. Quarterly, so that's every 3 months, we have what we call Super Weekend. If you are local to me, we typically go to one in either St. Louis or Chicago. And then we have let me touch on that. So that's a one-day thing. It's usually just like in the morning. We usually do a group workout. Somebody comes to speak. Sometimes it's somebody big in Beachbody, like one of the trainers like Autumn or Siggy or Joel. Sometimes it's somebody that's more personal development oriented that will speak. You'll hear from other coaches, their success stories, their, just any tips and trainings and stuff like that. So it's just very inspirational to be there. And the first live event that I went to really changed everything for me. I basically was just like, wow, this is not just me with this dream. There are other people that are serving the same mission as me. And I just felt part of something that, like, it still gives me goosebumps right now. Because prior to coaching, prior to that live event, really, I was working other part-time jobs, made good money. Like, I really still had time freedom because I'm self-employed. But I just felt like I wasn't doing anything of purpose. That live event changed that for me. And I was like, coaching is my jam. I'm never giving up on this. So those are Super Weekends. Ask your upline about the next one. And then the big annual event that we have is called Summit. And as of, this is 2019, it is in July this year in Indianapolis, Indiana, July 11th through the 14th. Tickets range anywhere from like 175 to 200 plus, depending on how soon you buy it. It's cheaper the sooner you buy it. As of now, we have a house an Airbnb that we will all be staying in together. Just reach out to your upline to get more details and all of that. But why do you want to go to Summit? Because that's where all coaches come together. There's over like probably 20, 30,000 coaches. I don't even know. It's a 4-day event. This year, Rachel Hollis is speaking. If you know her, you probably fangirl over her. You get to hear her. workouts with the live trainers, Autumn, Joel, Sagi, Shanti. It's insane. More trainings, more in-depth trainings. And we'll do like team dinners, team photo shoots, going out together. And it's just such an incredible bonding experience. So leaving it at that, belief in yourself and your vision. If you didn't already, write down why you started. Why are you here? Why are you listening to this video? All right.